Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the wisdom of the greatest philosophers on overcoming the fear of failure. These inspiring quotes will provide you with profound insights and valuable advice to transform your fears into opportunities for growth and success. Before we get started, we want to thank you for being here and sharing this moment with us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our future videos on philosophical wisdom and personal development. If you find this video helpful and inspiring, please share it with your friends and loved ones. Your support is essential for us to continue providing quality content. So sit back, relax, and let the words of history's greatest thinkers inspire you. Winston Churchill's quote, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts," encapsulates the essence of resilience and perseverance. He emphasizes that achieving success does not mark the end of challenges and that experiencing failure does not signify the end of one's journey. Success is transient and can be followed by new obstacles, while failure is a temporary setback, not a definitive defeat. The true measure of a person lies in their ability to persist despite these ups and downs. Courage and determination to keep moving forward, regardless of success or failure, are what truly matter. Churchill's words inspire us to adopt a resilient mindset, understanding that both success and failure are part of life's journey. It's the continuous effort, the refusal to give up, and the bravery to face new challenges that define our true strength and potential. This perspective encourages us to embrace both our victories and our failures as opportunities for growth and to keep striving towards our goals with unwavering determination. Ralph Waldo Emerson's quote encapsulates the essence of resilience and growth mindset. He suggests that true greatness isn't about avoiding failure altogether, but rather about how one responds to setbacks. Falling is inevitable in life's journey, but what truly matters is the ability to rise every time one stumbles. Emerson emphasizes that it's not the absence of failure that defines a person's glory, but their capacity to bounce back, learn from their experiences, and persevere despite challenges. This perspective celebrates the human spirit's resilience and the transformative power of adversity. It encourages individuals to embrace failure as a natural part of the learning process and to view setbacks as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. By cultivating a mindset that values resilience and perseverance, one can navigate life's challenges with courage and emerge stronger and more resilient with each setback. Ultimately, Emerson's words inspire us to embrace the journey of falling and rising, recognizing that it is in our moments of resilience and perseverance that our true greatness shines. Confucius's quote encapsulates a profound truth about the nature of success and failure. It challenges the conventional notion that success is defined by never experiencing failure. Instead, Confucius suggests that our greatest achievements and moments of glory are not found in avoiding failure altogether, but in our ability to rise and overcome adversity each time we stumble. This quote speaks to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of failure. It acknowledges that failure is an inevitable part of the journey towards success and personal growth. Instead of seeing failure as a defeat, Confucius invites us to view it as an opportunity for learning, growth, and self-improvement. By emphasizing the importance of rising every time we fail, Confucius highlights the significance of perseverance, resilience, and determination. He suggests that it is not the absence of failure that defines our greatness, but our ability to navigate challenges with courage and resilience. Furthermore, Confucius's quote underscores the idea that true success is not a destination but a continuous journey. It's about the process of overcoming obstacles, learning from our mistakes, and continuously striving to be better. In essence, this quote serves as a reminder that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone towards greater achievements. It encourages us to embrace failure as a natural part of life and to approach setbacks with resilience, determination, and a willingness to learn. Ultimately, it reminds us that our greatest glory lies not in avoiding failure, but in our ability to rise stronger and wiser each time we fall. Theodore Roosevelt's quote, "It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed," delves into the essence of courage, risk-taking, and the human spirit's pursuit of growth and achievement. Roosevelt acknowledges that failure is inherently difficult and often accompanied by disappointment, frustration, and a sense of loss. However, he argues that there is something far more detrimental than the pain of failure, the regret and stagnation that come from never attempting to achieve success in the first place. Roosevelt's quote emphasizes the importance of taking risks and making efforts towards our goals, regardless of the potential for failure. By choosing not to try, individuals deny themselves the opportunity to learn, grow, and achieve their full potential. The fear of failure can be paralyzing, leading to a life of inaction and unfulfilled dreams. Roosevelt suggests that this fear-driven inaction is a greater loss than any failure could be. By trying and potentially failing, individuals gain valuable experiences and lessons that contribute to personal growth and resilience. Failure teaches humility, fosters creativity, and builds character. It is through our struggles and setbacks that we develop the strength and wisdom necessary for future successes. In contrast, avoiding risk to avoid failure results in missed opportunities and a lack of personal development. Roosevelt's perspective also highlights the idea that success is not solely defined by the end result, but by the effort and courage put forth in the attempt. The act of striving for something meaningful, regardless of the outcome, is itself a form of success. It demonstrates a willingness to step out of one's comfort zone, to confront challenges, and to pursue one's passions and aspirations. Ultimately, Roosevelt's quote encourages a mindset that values effort and courage over the fear of failure. It inspires individuals to embrace challenges and to view the pursuit of success as a journey worth undertaking, even with the risk of failure. By trying, we open ourselves up to the possibility of success and the fulfillment that comes from knowing we gave our best effort. In contrast, choosing not to try ensures that we will never know what we might have achieved and leaves us with the regret of untested potential and unfulfilled dreams. Winston Churchill's quote, "Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm," encapsulates the essence of resilience, persistence, and the positive mindset necessary for achieving true success. Churchill suggests that the journey to success is not a smooth, uninterrupted path, but rather one marked by numerous failures and setbacks. However, the defining characteristic of successful individuals is their unwavering enthusiasm and determination, despite these challenges. This quote highlights the inevitability of failure in any meaningful endeavor. Everyone encounters obstacles and experiences setbacks, but what distinguishes those who eventually succeed is their ability to maintain a positive attitude and continue striving towards their goals. Churchill emphasizes that it is not the failures themselves that determine the outcome, but how one responds to them. Maintaining enthusiasm in the face of repeated failures requires a deep sense of purpose and a strong belief in one's goals. It involves seeing each failure not as a definitive end, but as a valuable learning experience and a stepping stone towards eventual success. This mindset fosters resilience, allowing individuals to adapt, grow, and improve with each setback. Churchill's words also underscore the importance of perseverance. The journey to success often requires enduring many failures and continuing to push forward with the same level of energy and commitment. This relentless pursuit, driven by unwavering enthusiasm, is what ultimately leads to success. Moreover, the quote encourages a shift in perspective about failure. Rather than viewing failure as a negative outcome to be avoided, it can be seen as an integral part of the process that builds character and fortitude. This perspective aligns with a growth mindset, where challenges and failures are viewed as opportunities to learn and develop. In essence, Churchill's quote serves as a powerful reminder that success is not about never failing, but about the persistence and positive attitude with which we face our failures. It inspires us to keep moving forward with enthusiasm, regardless of the obstacles we encounter, and to view each failure as a necessary step on the path to achieving our goals. Buddha's quote, "The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows," emphasizes the importance of authenticity and integrity. It suggests that the most significant failure is not living in accordance with our deepest values and truths. This perspective shifts the focus from external successes and failures to inner alignment and moral consistency. To be true to the best one knows means to act in accordance with our highest understanding, principles, and ethical beliefs. It involves making choices that reflect our inner convictions and staying faithful to our sense of right and wrong. This path demands self-awareness, honesty, and courage, as it often requires us to resist external pressures and temptations that may lead us away from our true selves. Buddha's wisdom here highlights that real failure is not about making mistakes or encountering setbacks in our endeavors. Instead, it is about compromising our integrity or ignoring our inner moral compass. When we betray our values or act against our better judgment, we experience a deeper, more profound form of failure because we lose our sense of self-respect and authenticity. This quote encourages us to prioritize inner truth over external validation. It suggests that true success in life is measured by our ability to live authentically and to honor our deepest convictions. Even if we face external failures, as long as we remain true to ourselves, we have not truly failed. In essence, Buddha's message is a call to live with integrity and to remain steadfast in our commitment to our highest ideals. It reminds us that the greatest achievement is to be true to who we are and to act in ways that reflect our best understanding of truth and goodness. This inner fidelity is the ultimate measure of a successful and meaningful life. Aisha Tyler's quote, "Success is not the absence of failure, it's the persistence through failure," emphasizes the importance of resilience and perseverance in achieving success. It challenges the common misconception that success means never encountering failure, instead highlighting that true success comes from continuously pushing forward despite setbacks and challenges. Tyler's words suggest that failure is an inevitable part of any meaningful journey. Everyone faces obstacles and makes mistakes along the way. What distinguishes successful individuals is not that they never fail, but that they persistently strive towards their goals, learning from their failures and using them as stepping stones for growth. This perspective encourages a mindset shift where failure is viewed not as a definitive end, but as an integral part of the process of achieving success. It teaches us that setbacks are temporary and can provide valuable lessons that contribute to our development and eventual success. Persistence through failure involves maintaining a positive attitude, adapting to new challenges, and continually putting in effort despite difficulties. It requires a strong sense of determination and a willingness to keep going, even when progress seems slow or obstacles appear insurmountable. This relentless perseverance builds resilience, character, and a deeper understanding of what it takes to succeed. Tyler's quote also highlights the importance of maintaining motivation and focus in the face of adversity. It is the persistent effort, the refusal to give up, and the ability to rise after every fall that ultimately leads to success. By embracing failure as part of the journey and continuing to move forward with determination, individuals can achieve their goals and realize their full potential. In essence, Aisha Tyler's quote inspires us to view failure as a natural and necessary component of the path to success. It encourages us to persist through difficulties, to learn from our setbacks, and to remain committed to our goals, knowing that true success is defined by our ability to persevere in the face of challenges. Thomas Edison's quote, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," offers a profound insight into the nature of persistence and the innovative mindset. It reflects Edison's perspective on failure as a crucial part of the learning process and underscores the importance of perseverance and resilience in the pursuit of success. Edison's words emphasize that failure is not a definitive endpoint, but rather a series of necessary steps towards achieving a goal. By framing his numerous unsuccessful attempts as discoveries of methods that do not work, Edison shifts the focus from the negative connotation of failure to the positive aspect of gaining knowledge and experience. Each failure is reinterpreted as valuable information that brings him closer to the successful solution. This quote highlights the importance of maintaining a positive and constructive attitude in the face of repeated setbacks. Instead of being discouraged by failures, Edison views them as integral parts of the creative and experimental process. His approach encourages us to adopt a similar mindset, where each failure is seen as an opportunity to learn and improve, rather than a reason to give up. Edison's perspective also underscores the significance of persistence. Achieving meaningful and innovative results often requires enduring numerous failures and continuing to strive forward despite them. His quote serves as a reminder that persistence and tenacity are key components of success, and that setbacks are not a reflection of one's inability, but rather an indication of one's dedication to the process. In essence, Edison's quote inspires us to embrace failure as an essential part of progress. It teaches us that the road to success is often paved with numerous unsuccessful attempts, and that each failure is a step closer to finding the right solution. By maintaining a resilient and positive attitude, and by viewing failures as opportunities to learn and adapt, we can persevere through challenges and ultimately achieve our goals. Henry Ford's quote, "Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently," offers a powerful perspective on how to view and handle failure. Ford emphasizes that failure is not a definitive end, but a valuable learning experience that provides us with the chance to start over with greater knowledge and insight. This quote encourages us to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. When we fail, we gain important information about what doesn't work, which in turn helps us refine our strategies and approaches. This accumulated knowledge and experience make our subsequent attempts more informed and, therefore, more likely to succeed. Ford's words underscore the importance of resilience and the willingness to learn from our mistakes. Rather than being disheartened by failure, he suggests we embrace it as a natural part of the journey towards success. Each failure brings us closer to our goals by highlighting areas for improvement and teaching us valuable lessons that we can apply moving forward. The quote also emphasizes the concept of continuous improvement. Success is often not achieved in a single attempt, but through a process of trial and error. By viewing failure as an opportunity to begin again more intelligently, we adopt a growth mindset that values learning and adaptation. This mindset fosters innovation and creativity, as we are more open to experimenting and taking risks, knowing that even if we fail, we will emerge smarter and better prepared for the next challenge. In essence, Ford's quote inspires us to redefine our relationship with failure. It encourages us to see failure not as a setback, but as a crucial part of the learning process. By adopting this perspective, we can maintain our motivation and confidence, even in the face of setbacks. Ultimately, this approach enables us to persevere, continually improve, and move closer to achieving our goals with each attempt. Elbert Hubbard's quote, "The greatest mistake you can make in life is to continually be afraid you will make one," highlights the paralyzing effect that fear of failure can have on our lives. Hubbard emphasizes that the real mistake is not in making errors, but in letting the fear of making them prevent us from taking action and pursuing our goals. This quote underscores the importance of overcoming the fear of failure. When we are constantly afraid of making mistakes, we tend to avoid taking risks, trying new things, or stepping out of our comfort zones. This fear can lead to missed opportunities and a life of unfulfilled potential. Hubbard suggests that it is far more detrimental to be held back by fear than to make mistakes along the way. Mistakes are an inevitable part of the learning process. They provide valuable lessons and insights that contribute to our growth and development. By fearing mistakes, we deny ourselves the opportunity to learn and improve. Hubbard's quote encourages us to embrace the possibility of making mistakes as a natural and necessary aspect of achieving success. Furthermore, living in fear of making mistakes can lead to a lack of confidence and self-doubt. It can prevent us from pursuing our passions and dreams, ultimately hindering our personal and professional growth. Hubbard's message is a call to action, urging us to confront our fears and take bold steps towards our goals, even at the risk of making mistakes. In essence, Hubbard's quote inspires us to shift our mindset from one of fear to one of courage and resilience. It encourages us to view mistakes not as failures, but as opportunities for growth and learning. By letting go of the fear of making mistakes, we open ourselves up to new experiences, innovations, and achievements. Ultimately, the quote reminds us that the greatest mistake is not in erring, but in letting the fear of error keep us from pursuing our true potential. Truman Capote's quote, "Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor," uses a culinary metaphor to convey the idea that failure enriches and enhances the experience of success. Just as condiments add depth and complexity to a dish, failures add valuable lessons and a deeper appreciation to the achievement of success. Capote suggests that without experiencing failure, success would lack the same significance and satisfaction. Failures are an essential part of the journey that build character, resilience, and wisdom. When we encounter setbacks and challenges, we gain insights that refine our strategies and strengthen our determination. These experiences make the eventual success more meaningful because we understand the effort and perseverance required to attain it. This quote encourages a positive perspective on failure. Instead of viewing it as a negative outcome to be avoided, Capote implies that failure should be embraced as a vital ingredient in the recipe for success. Each failure provides opportunities to learn and grow, shaping us into more capable and knowledgeable individuals. Moreover, Capote's metaphor highlights the emotional contrast that failure and success create. The bitterness of failure makes the sweetness of success more intense and gratifying. This contrast enhances our appreciation for our achievements as we recognize the hard work and persistence that went into overcoming obstacles. In essence, Capote's quote teaches us to value the role of failure in our journey towards success. It reminds us that failures are not just setbacks, but crucial experiences that contribute to our personal and professional development. By accepting and learning from our failures, we can enrich our path to success and fully savor the accomplishments that come our way. Ultimately, Capote's words inspire us to see failures as a necessary and enriching part of the journey, making the taste of success all the more delicious and rewarding. Benjamin Franklin's quote, "Do not fear mistakes. You will know failure. Continue to reach out," offers a timeless piece of wisdom about the importance of embracing the possibility of mistakes and failures as part of the process of growth and achievement. Franklin encourages us to overcome the fear of making mistakes and to accept that failure is an inevitable part of any worthwhile endeavor. Franklin's advice to not fear mistakes underscores the idea that mistakes are a natural and necessary part of learning. When we fear making mistakes, we become hesitant to take risks, try new things, or push beyond our comfort zones. This fear can stifle creativity and innovation, preventing us from reaching our full potential. By letting go of this fear, we open ourselves up to new experiences and opportunities for growth. The phrase, "You will know failure," acknowledges that failure is an unavoidable aspect of life. Everyone experiences failure at some point, and it is through these experiences that we gain valuable insights and build resilience. Failure teaches us important lessons, helps us refine our strategies, and ultimately contributes to our success. Recognizing that failure is a common and expected part of any journey can help us approach challenges with a more positive and constructive mindset. Finally, Franklin's exhortation to continue to reach out encourages persistence and perseverance. Despite the inevitability of mistakes and failures, it is crucial to keep striving towards our goals. This means continually putting in effort, seeking new opportunities, and maintaining a proactive attitude. By persistently reaching out, we increase our chances of success and demonstrate resilience in the face of setbacks. In essence, Franklin's quote advocates for a fearless and resilient approach to life. It encourages us to embrace mistakes as learning opportunities, accept failure as a part of the journey, and persistently pursue our goals with determination. By doing so, we can overcome obstacles, grow from our experiences, and achieve greater success and fulfillment. Franklin's wisdom reminds us that it is through our willingness to take risks and our perseverance in the face of challenges that we truly grow and succeed. Kobe Bryant's quote, "If you're afraid to fail, then you're probably going to fail," encapsulates the concept of self-fulfilling prophecy and the importance of mindset in achieving success. Bryant suggests that the fear of failure can become a barrier to success itself. When individuals are consumed by the fear of failing, they often become paralyzed, hesitant to take risks, and unable to perform at their best. This fear can lead to a lack of confidence, indecision, and ultimately, failure. Bryant's quote underscores the idea that success often requires taking calculated risks and pushing beyond one's comfort zone. Those who are unwilling to confront their fear of failure are more likely to miss out on opportunities for growth and advancement. By allowing fear to dictate their actions, they limit their potential and increase the likelihood of failure. Moreover, Bryant's quote highlights the importance of mindset in achieving success. A positive and resilient mindset is essential for overcoming challenges and bouncing back from setbacks. Individuals who view failure as a natural part of the learning process are better equipped to persevere in the face of adversity and ultimately achieve their goals. In essence, Bryant's quote serves as a reminder that fear of failure can be a self-fulfilling prophecy. By allowing fear to control their actions, individuals increase the likelihood of failure. Instead, embracing failure as a stepping stone to success and maintaining a positive mindset are key ingredients for achieving greatness. Thank you for tuning in to our video on philosophical wisdom, analyzing quotes on conquering fear and achieving success. We hope you found it insightful. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends to help us grow. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the content. Please drop a comment below and share your perspective. Also, let us know which country you're watching from. It's always inspiring to see our global community engaging with our content. Your support means the world to us, and it motivates us to continue creating valuable content. Together, let's explore the depths of philosophical wisdom and empower each other to conquer fear and achieve success. Thank you for being part of our journey.